Hello, welcome to All Things with Allah. I'm Allah. Hi. So today we are back at the Macaron Tea Room Kitchen and we are making our keto cupcake cheesecakes. And you can totally do this non-keto. So it works for both ways. Actually, this was a non-keto recipe and I made it into a keto recipe. You will need 3 blocks of room temperature cream cheese. It doesn't matter what the cream cheese is. We use this one. I get it at Aldi's. I absolutely love it. And the best price, and the best thing is its price. So, and if you don't have an Aldi next to you, I'm sorry. I love our Aldi's. Keto powder sugar. Again, doesn't matter the brand, but you do have to have powder sugar. Keto. This one is at Whole Foods or you can order it on Amazon. I love this one. It's a good one. Almond flour, because again, we're doing keto. You can totally do this non-keto and you still use almond flour and then this way they're gluten-free. So almond flour, and I get this one at Costco. Costco? I don't know. My kids always can correct me because I mispronounce stuff, but we know that by now, but that's okay. And then I use this maple vanilla syrup from Chalk Zero. I love them. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I use them. I love them, so I'm sharing them with you guys. And then I'll put a link on the bottom of their website. I order everything from their website. You will need sour cream, cold, and some room temperature eggs. All right, let's get this cream cheese into the bowl. But of course, this is, YouTube, so we can make this go faster. So you're not sitting here wasting your time watching me putting this in here. So let's get the cream cheese into the bowl. Don't you just love how fast that goes? And don't you wish that was real? I sure do. I never have time. That's why a lot of times in this video, I sound like I'm rushing, because I am. I never have time for anything. It's crazy. All right, so we have our 3 blocks of cream cheese, and right into this cream cheese, we are going to put 1 cup of the powdered sugar. And then we're gonna do another half, so 1.5 cups. And then I'm trying to think, I eyeball this, but I know a lot of you guys don't like eyeballing stuff. All right. This should work. It will work. It'll be fine, I promise. A 1/4 cup. So 60 milliliters. Say that 10 times. You guys will, the more you watch me, the more you'll see I stumble over my words all the time. And there's a lot I cannot pronounce. I can't say caterpillar. Yep, my kids get me all the time with that. I don't know. I can say it by step, but when it comes to combining it all in one word, I can't. All right. It wasn't full because it's taking forever, but it's about the same. I kind of already know what it looks like when I put it in here. You don't have to put this in here. I just like the way it tastes, and I think it gives it a little bit of that vanilla flavor. You can do vanilla extract as well. Vanilla bean, you can do that too. We've done that too. We actually have vanilla bean. So there we go. That's gonna rest there. And then we're using our paddle and we're just gonna get this mixing. Slow and steady. We don't want flour going everywhere. Well, powdered sugar. All right, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna let this mix for a few minutes until it's completely combined. It usually takes about, I would say, a good 2 minutes. And then we're gonna add the sour cream. So let it mix for about 2 minutes. I normally walk away. I always multitask. There's never a time where I'm just doing one thing. I usually have like 3, 4 mixers going at the same time, doing 3, 4 things at the same time. That does cause a problem sometimes because I do get distracted and confused and add the wrong things, but it works out most of the time. So yeah, we're gonna come back to that and get some of our sour cream. So the sour cream, you want it to be at room temp, no, take it back. The sour cream, you want it to be cold. So I keep it in the refrigerator until I absolutely am ready and I need to take it out. Again, it doesn't matter. Oh no, how am I supposed to get this off? The thingy, like, it came off. Ugh, of course. All right, come on. It doesn't matter on the brand of sour cream either. A lot of the recipes that I have, most of the time, the brand does not make an effect. All right, so I'm gonna scrape it down because there's stuff on the sides and we don't want that. And on the bottom. So, cream cheese is at room temperature. I leave it the day before. Totally fine. Leave it on your counter the night before you're supposed to be doing this. If you cannot, then just warm it up a little bit in the microwave. Don't pop this whole thing in the microwave because it's got that foil stuff. It's gonna, not gonna be pretty. It's gonna catch fire. So I take it out, put it in a bowl, pop it in the microwave. Okay, so nice combined. Okay, we're gonna put our sour cream now in there and let it mix for a long time as well. I always use a tablespoon and it works for me great. All right, so we're doing a 1/2 cup and another 1/2 cup. So again, I eyeball most of the stuff, so I'm looking at it as I'm going with you guys. In the beginning I told you these videos are gonna be very raw and very real. I don't edit, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I think that's okay. So I did a 1/2 cup, okay, 3, so I need 3. We will need, and of course, welcome to technology. There goes my mic. So we are doing 1.5 cups of sour cream. You're gonna dump it all in there and you're gonna mix it for a good 7 to 10 minutes. If you want, you can set a timer for yourself, but it's totally up to you. So I have to talk over because my mic died and it's a sad day, but that's all right. You guys understand. So just let it mix and we're good to go. So as I was doing the video and I was talking, I always try to go back and check because I've had issues. And guess what? I had an issue. My mic died. So you couldn't hear me. I ended up putting here a 1.5 cups of sour cream and we're just gonna mix it. We're gonna mix it for about 5 to 7 minutes. You cannot undermix it, but you can, no, other way around. You cannot overmix it, but you can undermix it. So just let it go and let it mix. While this is mixing, I always start on my base. So hopefully you guys can hear me as this is gonna go, and then we're gonna start on our base. For the base, we are going to need almond flour, okay, so we're gonna start the base, or I guess the bottom of the cheesecake. I don't know, there's a name for it. I don't know what it is. But we're gonna need some butter. melted butter. I have a stick of butter here. Salted, unsalted, doesn't matter. Whatever you have in the house will work just fine. Okay. I'm gonna pop that in the microwave. I'm doing it like 30 seconds and then I'll stop it. I gotta cover my eggs here. I did a video earlier, actually that was my first video, on how to cook the perfect egg. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. We cook a lot of eggs here at the tea room, so that's what this is here. Cooking my eggs. And we also I did a video on our egg sandwiches, which are also really yummy. So I did it for 30 seconds. I'm gonna stop it, do it for another 30 seconds and just keep an eye on it. And in my bowl, we are gonna get almond flour. This is 1 cup. So we're gonna do 4 cups of almond flour. 2, 3, 4. Check on my butter. Oh no, a little bit longer. I'm gonna do 20 seconds. And then we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of the powder, keto powder sugar. Now, if you're doing chocolate, you can add cacao to it. Cacao is in Ukrainian. Give you a little bit of Ukrainian lesson. So you can do cacao in here. Cocoa, that's the word. Or you can do any kind of keto syrups in here. It's, you know, let your imagination go with the base. It doesn't, I've done pumpkin spice when I did the pumpkin ones. I've done coffee if I did coffee ones. It really, it's whatever you want to do. I highly recommend to change it up. Okay, my butter is melted and I'm just gonna pour it right over. Nothing special, just like that. We're gonna get our paddle attachment and we're gonna get it, okay. In here to mix. Slowly. Just combining it as best as you can. And like I said, we're doing original cheesecakes, the original cheesecake keto, original keto cheesecakes. But if you're doing a coffee one, I say add a little bit of coffee to the base. If you're doing chocolate, add some cacao, cocoa, Hershey's cocoa. Doesn't have to be Hershey's, but cocoa to the base. And then we just added some powdered sugar. You can also add, there's like these syrups, keto syrups. They're really good. You can add those too. That's it. Just a few minutes so that it combines. And I do this while my cheesecake batter is over there doing its thing. So it's a multitask kind of recipe, but you don't have to do it. You can totally do this first, then do the cheesecake, whatever, however you want to do it, whatever's easier for you. We're gonna stop this and scrape the sides. Nice and fluffy. And here we just have our powdered sugar, our sour cream, and our cream cheese. Cream cheese is at room temperature. Sour cream, I like to use it cold. but it doesn't honestly, truly make it a big difference. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 6 eggs to it. Now I don't add, never ever do I add eggs directly into my recipe for purposes of like, I don't want the shells in there and then I'm digging for them, no. So 2, 3, see, got a shell. If I was in there, I would be digging through my cream cheese. We don't want that. 4, 5, and 6. Here's my wet towel. I absolutely always have to have a wet towel. I cannot work without it. One at a time, we're gonna start adding our eggs in there. Or 2, just one in there, it's okay. The only reason I don't add all of them at once is just so that it's not flying everywhere, but you're just basically adding one, combining it, adding one, combining it, 1 or 2, it's okay. And then we're just gonna let that mix, same thing, it's gonna mix for a while. At this point I do turn my oven on. Our commercial ovens and then at home ovens are different. So we've been able to kind of play it where it's 25 degrees hotter here than it is at home. So like at here, I'm putting it at 250. So at home, 225. But every oven's different, so you guys have to watch it. Okay, we're at 250. So I wanted to show you what the base looks like. Okay. If you don't have one of these and you do a lot of cheesecakes or trifles, get one of these. If you don't have one of these, you can always use a spoon as well. So, what's this? We always know it's the gold one. It's a small little ice cream scooper. And that is what I use, the gold one, to put my cheesecakes in. That is still mixing. We are just gonna start putting our liners in and putting our bottom and then the cheesecake part in. These liners I really, really like, and this is what we use at the tea room. I get them on Amazon, like a lot of my stuff. You can totally use a plain liner. In fact, let me grab some, don't mind me. I'm gonna grab some and we're gonna do a few just so you can see what it looks like, compare the difference. But if this is something you're gonna be doing a lot, if this is something you're doing for a party, I would recommend to invest in these. They are a little more expensive, but it's very, very worth it. So we're just going to line them up. And then the other thing that I do is like, from this batter, I will make 2 flavors, sometimes even 3 flavors. And because these liners come in different colors, that's the best way for me to keep track what the flavor is. Let's see. I would do this like chocolate, and then these would be like original, the plain white ones. So today, we're gonna do original. And I don't know yet. But original for sure. Most of the time I just kind of like look at what I have and come up with the flavor of the cupcake as I go. Okay, you're just going to scoop your bottom, and I just do 1 scoop for each one. You want it like that. And then I use this to press it down. This is the time consuming part. This takes a while, but you get it. It's pretty simple. You always want to stop it a little bit, scrape it, and then keep going because you want it to incorporate really well. So make sure that you don't have any lumps on the bottom or on the side. Seems to be, it's pretty mixed, pretty good. Almost ready here to go. When I do different flavors, I always start with my original. You can totally divide it up and make 2 different ones. You don't have to do the plain original one. I always start with my original and then I scoop out what I need and then I play with the rest of the batter to whatever flavor we want. So I decided we are going to be doing a Buckeye. We did that a few weeks ago and it sold. It went really fast. It was really good. Again, back to this. This stuff is really good. I am sure that Whole Foods would have something like a chocolate sauce, but I really like the Chalk Zero. Their chocolate sauce, really good. And then I buy no sugar added peanut butter. I do like to buy the peanut butter. It's just peanut butter from Amish, but I'm out. And I didn't pick any up. So this is like my backup peanut butter, but I like the Amish one better. We're just gonna scoop these cheesecakes in the same as you would have when you're doing cupcakes, if you guys do cupcakes. So our batter is pretty loose. We don't wanna spill that, but this is how I do it. Not kind of, but how I do it. I take a ice cream scooper, cookie scooper, whatever you guys want to call it. And I just scoop them in there. These are pretty easy to make, pretty fast. They store really well. You can refrigerate them for 3 to 4 days or freeze them for a few weeks. So totally. Okay, now we are going to, I want to show you the mini cupcake or like the regular liner, just how far you have to fill it up. So it's a little bit under. You don't want to go all the way to the top, but you definitely don't want to do middle. They don't rise that much. Next one, we're doing Buckeye. I am gonna throw this in the microwave. It's halfway full. I don't have a recipe because I eyeball it. Go by taste. I go by smell. I know, it's so bad. And I should have recipes like to the T, but I don't. And that's why when you guys come in here, you don't know what you get. No, I'm just kidding. It's always the same base, but then I add stuff to it and it's always good. I'm gonna tell you that, it's always good. If you wanna do this non-keto, you just replace all the stuff that I used keto with not keto. So like I used keto powder sugar, use it non-keto. So that's the best way to do that. We're gonna pour our chocolate right in here. Yeah, melted our little bit. This chocolate actually from this company is pretty thick. That's why I like it. It's not like super runny. Some of the other keto chocolates that I've seen, I forget the name of the companies, they're like very runny and hard to bake with. This one, I don't know what they put in there, but it's really good. Oh, my eggs are done. Gotta drain them. Back to our cheesecakes. Back to our cheesecakes. I put the chocolate in there, and I'm gonna put, so we have about half a batter, as you can tell. There's about this much in here. And I'm gonna put, can't use that. I'm gonna figure out what this is. I don't know. Probably 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops. I would say that is about a cup. That is roughly a cup of peanut butter. You can go less, you can go more, whatever your little heart desires. I will also do keto chocolate chips. Yes, I also get them at Chalk Zero. And I'm gonna do a little bit of cocoa powder because I think that's a good idea. So the keto chocolate chips, I like to use the dark. They also have milk and they have white. I like to use dark. We're gonna do 1/3 of a cup. Or you know what, we'll sprinkle it on top. We'll do that. And then for cocoa powder, I already have my little scoop in here because I use it quite often. This is actually 1/8 of a cup. And you obviously always want to strain it so there's no like clumps in there. We don't want that. Yeah, 1/8 of a cup. Slow and steady. I tried. Made a mess. Ugh, I hate that. Yep. Even slow and steady doesn't always work. I always do this with the cocoa powder. Like, you would think I would learn by now to cover it with a rag or something. And sometimes I do. But now, I'm mixing it for a little longer because I do have the peanut butter in there, so I want to make sure it gets combined. Clean up while that's mixing. Okay, we have our peanut butter and our cocoa and our chocolate sauce in here. Again, I will smell this to make sure that it smells peanut buttery, and it does. This way I want to make sure I have enough peanut butter in there. Scrape the sides and the bottom. Okay. Ugh, I can't believe I made that mess. That's all right, we'll clean it up. Same thing, you're just gonna scoop it in there. I go on these liners when I fill it. Maybe this is gonna be a good one. I fill it like right about here. Right about here. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'll show you once they're done. The peanut butter and the chocolate sauce made this one a bit thicker, and that's totally fine. It will still bake and it will still be delicious, and it will still have a great consistency. of a cheesecake. I still have some in here left, so I'm going to get another tray, line it, and redo it. Now, the other thing is, I eyeball everything, and there's still quite a lot left. This can be frozen. You can use it for another recipe later. You can use it for trifles. This doesn't go wrong. You can. So this is about how full they are. So you guys can see, maybe if this angle will be better. And then on top, I'm just gonna sprinkle a few chocolate chips because chocolate makes everything better. Oh, I dropped one. Where are you going, my dude? You can even put some chocolate chips on top of these. This way you'll have a little bit of difference. I've done blueberry, done raspberry, so we put fresh raspberries on top, fresh blueberries on top. Totally, you guys, just run with it. Any kind of flavor you want to do. This is a great base, amazing base. And then the rest, you play with it, whatever flavor you're going for. I do a water bath for all my cheesecakes. So I have a little pan here. I don't really pay attention to like this. I always use this pan for as much as we bake, so I'm sure you can use a smaller one in your oven smaller since you're doing a smaller amount. But this is the pan I always use. The pan I always use. You can even tell because it's got like the ring on here. So we're gonna fill this up with water, throw it in the oven, and then get our cheesecakes in the oven. So we are gonna do that at 250 degrees, my temperature. Yours should be about 225 for 45 minutes, low and slow. Set a timer. And I'm gonna go do some dishes. Our timer is going off. Our cheesecakes are done. Shut this off. Bring them out to show you what they look like. Ta-da! They're always so perfect. There we go. So perfect. We're just gonna let them cool, and then we're gonna put some whipping cream on top, keto of course, and I'll show you step by step on how to do that as well. Our cheesecakes are almost all cooled, so gently take them out and put them into whatever container you are gonna be holding them in or serving them in. Well, you gotta put them in something first. You gotta let them cool completely. I just wanted to show you guys compared to where I pulled them out and where they are at. So they settled, they are perfect. You wanna let them cool. If you're trying to take them out of here when they're still fresh out of the oven, it falls apart and it's, trust me, just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it. I've done it and it's no good. They fall apart, they're too soft, they need time to settle, to set, I guess is the right word. So you need to make sure you give them time to cool. I just have them at room temperature for about an hour and that's it. You don't need, you can always cool them overnight. You don't have to put cream on them right away. In fact, we store them like this with a lid, closed lid, and we put the cream on top as we sell them. So sometimes I'm putting creams on top 2-3 times a day, sometimes just once a day in the morning. So it kind of depends on how much we sell, how busy we are. So they're very good to store just like this without any frosting or any cream, I guess you could say, any fruit or anything like that. They are amazing to serve just like this. You don't have to put whipping cream like I do on everything. You can just eat them in like this. I mean, it's a cheesecake. They're amazing. But I will. So okay, I wanted to show you this. So this is the one, the sad little one, that's in the like just the plain. I wanted to show you what it looks like compared to if you have them in these cups. Like, what a difference, right? Like, all right, let me take it out. They're even hard to take out. Yeah. I got it. And here's the funny thing is, it's about the same, maybe a little less. Yeah, okay, maybe a little less in here because it's so small. But like, these are way better, way better. These are still good, and they're great for like if you're doing a lot and you want real small, because these are a little bigger. I just don't like the way, I don't know. I always like these better. I don't use those often for baking. I use these for baking. So let's get to the heavy whipping cream, how I make my keto heavy whipping cream. We're just gonna get a bowl, a whisk, cold. I know a lot of times I say room temperature, not this. This needs to be cold. Cold, heavy whipping cream. And we're doing, because I have quite a lot, so this recipe, particular one, we're doing 3 cups of heavy whipping cream, cold. You really want to make sure it's nice and cold. And then we're gonna do a half a cup of keto powder sugar. Now, my little trick for, you could either put a bag over this or a towel, or just have it on slow, like medium, and it won't splatter everywhere. But I'm always in a hurry, as you guys should know by now. So we're gonna put saran wrap around it so it doesn't splatter and make a hot mess everywhere. I just wrap it, tuck it in, make it nice and tight, go underneath as well. I hope you can see this. I think you can. You get the point. But you want to make sure the whisk is not touching the saran wrap, and at the same time that it's nice and tucked in underneath. And then I blast it at full high. Don't walk away like for more than a minute. This is fast. The way it works, if you're having it on high speed and your Cool Whip is, heavy whipping cream is cold, it whips it really fast. So don't walk away and don't turn into butter. I've done that. So here's the nice part. I just take this off and throw it away. And then it's somewhat nice and clean. I mean, it's not super clean, but it's still better than what it was. Would have been without the wrap. A little more. All done. Yep, here we go. All done. You got yourself whipped cream, right? Whipped cream? Yeah. It's so good. I don't like, this is the only whipped cream I ever make, because the heavy whipping cream, and then I use my either keto powder sugar or regular powder sugar, depends on what I'm making. But this is the best, easiest way to make whipping cream. Now that it's all done, whoo, almost made a mess. Nothing new. Okay. We're gonna transfer it into a going to show you guys. It's so pretty and so whippy. Wash your mixer right away. Don't let it get dry and cakey on there, because then it's super hard to get off. So I wash it right away, tuck it out of the way. Everything is nice and clean. And then same thing, we're just gonna take our piping bag. Oops. And I'm gonna put my tip on it. My favorite, all-time favorite tip is the Wilton M1. It's like a star tip. Yeah, Wilton M1. I love this tip. We're gonna cut the edge, and then I put my tip in there. I have them, I just don't use them. These plastic doodads, I don't know, I just don't. Sometimes if I'm like making something with a lot of different colors, but if it's just one thing that I know I use a lot of, I just do this. This is our keto heavy whipping cream. It is not too sweet. I like this balance between the sugar and the heavy whipping cream. I find if you add a little more, if you add a little less, it's either too sweet or not sweet enough. I think this is the perfect recipe, at least from what I've tried. But if you like more sweeter stuff or less sweeter stuff, you know, change it up. Whoa, I got stuck. We're gonna put our handy dandy little clipper on there from IKEA. I love these clippers. And that's it. It's ready to get piped onto our cupcakes. No, not cupcakes, cheesecakes. These are cheesecakes. They look like cupcakes, but they're not. They're cheesecakes. And now comes the fun part. We put the cream on. I love my cream. Again, you don't have to use cream. You can just decorate it with just fresh fruit, or eat it plain, or I don't even know what else, but you don't have to use cream. We do at the tea room, and that's why I wanted to show you guys how we do it. A little bit. I don't use a lot. A little bit goes a long way. For the buckeye, I'm gonna do just plain cream and put cocoa powder on top, and then I have keto chocolate chips, and then I'm gonna put those on top. So that's kind of the plan for that, but whatever works, I think whatever you like works is what I'm trying to say. Now we use, for our original cheesecakes, we use this. No sugar added cherry pie filling topping. I really like it. I cannot read the ingredients in it. I'll do my best. Okay, so we have water, cherries, modified food starch, and then it says contains 2% or less citric acid. I don't know how to read that. And then red 4. Scolulus? I don't know. I'll show it to you guys. I don't know, can you see that? Maybe a little blurry. But it doesn't say that there's sugar in there. We use only like not even a teaspoon on each cheesecake, but I love this stuff. It's so good. It's like, you can't even tell that it's sugar-free. I rather use this than regular, just because I think the regular one is way too sweet. Now, cherries are not keto. Yes, so this is a keto-friendly cheesecake. If you want to do strict keto, skip this. Put some blackberries. Blackberries, if I'm not mistaken, and blueberries. No, not blueberries. It's blackberries and raspberries, if I remember correctly, are like the top keto fruit that you want to use. I love blackberries, so when I make it for myself and I'm doing strict keto, I do use the blackberries and my raspberries. I love raspberries, Strawberries are always a good alternative. Blueberries, so it's totally optional. Or you can just eat it like that. I don't have the net count for them just because I've never done it, but I'm sure you can do the math and figure it out yourself, how much cream cheese is and how much sour cream and eggs and all that stuff. For our tea room, for us to do it, I would have to pay someone, and I never wanted to do that. It's just too much money. So this is how we do it, and then we're gonna put a little bit of our cherry filling on there, and I'll put like 1 to 2 cherries. This is it. This is all I put on there. It's not a lot, just a little bit, and it gives it a really good taste. And this is what we use. Where do I buy this? Amazon. No, okay, so Meijer's, we have Meijer's here. Meijer's has it. Walmart has it. Trying to think what other grocery stores I've seen it at. Heinen's, yes. So I don't know what grocery stores is around your area, but a lot of them do carry sugar-free. I've also seen Apple. Yes, Apple is not keto, but it's sugar-free. So if you're diabetic and you're just cutting out your sugar, this is a really good alternative to the pie filling instead of like the regular, very, very high in sugar. Also, this is great for kids. They don't know it's not sugar-free. This stuff is actually pretty sweet. I think it's better. That's just my personal 2 cents. Take it or leave it. There you go. I'm only doing a few because we're only going to put out a few. I like to keep it fresh, so I put them out fresh as we sell them. So I'm only doing a few. And then for the chocolate, like I said, I'm going to do cocoa powder and get my keto peanut butter chocolate chips. And I have those actually here. And you know me. You know where I get them. Chalk Zero. I should be a spokeswoman for them. I love this company, you guys. If I haven't said it enough, I'll say it again. I absolutely love this company. They're so good. And I love their ingredients. Okay. So I'm getting my cocoa that I'm gonna be drizzling with, or powdering with on top. So I just have my little handy dandy tea strainer. And I'm just going to powder the cocoa right on top. And then put some peanut butter chocolate chips. And that's it. Sometimes less is more. At least that's what I think. Just a few. Choo-choo. Just to give it that peanut buttery. So, here is our keto cheesecakes. Cupcakes, cheesecakes. I keep saying cupcakes. They look like cupcakes. That's why. All done, and look how pretty. I wanted to show you how my camera is following my face, and I wanted to show it has to be in front of my face. So soft, so creamy. So good. This will be your favorite cheesecake recipe, probably. I use this again for keto. Just melts in your mouth. Non-keto, I think this cheesecake recipe is amazing. It's really good, very soft, very fluffy. It's just simple. Not that many ingredients too, and delicious. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoy this video and making our keto cheesecakes with me. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Please like and comment this video as well. And let me know if you made the cheesecakes. I would love your honest review. Like, is it not sweet enough for you? Is it too sweet? I just want to know what you guys think compared to what we serve here at the tea room, what we sell at our bakery. So we sell these at our bakery. We also serve these at our keto afternoon tea. But I just want to know your opinion. Our customers absolutely love them, and I'm happy that I can share the recipe with you guys here. but I would like to know your feedback as well. So comment below what you think and subscribe so you don't miss out more. Okay, till next time. Bye bye.